So these are the actual hard numbers as of last week when I called the elections board. 39,438 registered voters in the city of Trenton. 25% of that's 9,860. You add a 30% margin for error, in case some of them just don't pan out or what have you. That means circulators should shoot for 12,817 signatures, or 13,000 signatures. That's a lot. And if you've ever been out canvassing to get signatures on a petition to stop a water sale or to get on the ballot or what have you, you'll know how undaunting that is. I need to just throw these around. There was another one floating around someplace. I'm just passing around. The format for the petition is actually all set up by the Secretary of State. This is a terrible slide. We're passing around a hard copy. It actually specifies type size and things like that. You can append as many pages to it, but each page has to have certain information on it, as is noted on that sheet that's coming around. And this just says the same thing. The petition may be divided into as many sections as needed, with as many pages for signatures deemed appropriate. There's, I think, 6 places for signatures on those 2 pages that I'm sending around. So, you know, you need 2,000 of those or better completed. Excuse me. And each section has to have all the specific information, the same information that was on the notice of intent, the estimate of the cost of special election, because some people may be turned off by the fact that we're going to have to spend more money to have another election. Election official reviews for compliance prior to the use of that petition, and certifies and dates the form, and then it goes out from there.
Each person that signs the petition has to include a certain amount of personal information. They have to use their valid signature. Again, it's a signature that matches the signature that's on file with the Registrar of Voters, so that they can match up and validate the signature. Name and address, and that you have to indicate that you've read the information on the petition. And you have to include the date. On the next slide, if there are going to be any ads posted in newspapers or posters put around town, or signs advertising the petition to be signed, just like any election communication, it has to include the names, and in this case the names of the individuals on the committee who are making the payment. And this is based on the laws that the Election Law Enforcement Commission of New Jersey states. We have a copy, if you want to take a look later on, of the packet that is used for, or that the state provides for the rules and regulations of running a recall campaign and financing it. Any person circulating the petition must be registered voters in that jurisdiction. And once again, if it's a mayor or an at-large council member, any resident of Trenton. If the petition is for a specific ward council person, the circulators can only be people and registered voters in that ward. Again, all along the theme is, this is not an easy process. The state of New Jersey does not make this an easy process. But again, that's what we're here to discuss 5 months in advance of when anything could be done. And this gets to what George was mentioning earlier. There is a time limit in which you can collect signatures. From the time that the recall petition is certified and approved, you have 160 calendar days, it's a little over 5 months, to gather all the required signatures. And in the event that the petition, when it's turned in, if it falls short on the number of valid signatures, unlike those of you who have had experience with local campaigns here, when you're putting in your petitions, the city clerk says you're short on another 100 or so, you have a number of days to remedy that. There is no remedy. If you turn in the petition, you turn it in once, and if the city clerk ascertains that you are short on your number of signatures, the whole effort is thrown out and you have to start from scratch.
And there has to be a year's delay between when the failed attempt for a recall and the next one starts. Just a point of information. Earlier this year, Wilda Diaz and Perth Amboy, the recall failed because they didn't get enough signatures. Last year, Deborah Trout, a sheriff in Hunterdon County, recall failed, didn't get enough signatures. She ended up not running again, and I think she actually got indicted, but I'm not sure. Paul Weiss, Medford Lakes, New Jersey, in 2009, did not get enough signatures on the petition. Ronald W. Jones, Beechwood, New Jersey, not enough signatures on the petition. So it's tough. Some do make it through, but not many.
And I think that this is a good time to at least say one of the reasons I have for being here and for being involved in this at this time is that because it's so difficult, a recall effort may not succeed. But I don't think there's any elected official who would look at the existence of a recall effort, of a serious recall effort, and not take that to heart, and not think that there is some serious discontentment, there's some serious dissatisfaction, and try to do something. I'll say some more of that at the end of the some more on that at the end of the evening. But just the fact of a recall effort has got to mean something. And also, if during the recall effort the official who is being petitioned decides to resign, then that basically makes the whole petition effort moot. Now, once the petition is duly certified, that is, the city clerk validates all the required signatures and says you have your 25%, you can proceed, then you go to the next step, which is basically all the rules that are required for a special election in the city or a general election. And as Jim explained, if this process proceeds along the timeline or anything like the timeline we talked about, there's no chance of getting the 2011 general election. We're talking about a special election sometime in
January 3rd, I think.
Yeah, is the earliest in 2012.
Right.
So. Again, a lot of what people have been saying for the last couple of months is that we need to give candidates time. This process gives gives office holders plenty of time. It'll be by the time that any special election is certified and scheduled and on the books, it'll be well a year and a half, if not 2 years, into the current administration's, the current office holders' terms. That should be plenty of time for anyone to make up their minds.
And that is the design of the process. One of the reasons it's so that it's not a snap thing. You just got mad because a decision didn't go your way and you want to recall somebody. So the legislature once in a while does things, I guess, with some thought. That's all I got.
Okay. And just as a follow-up to that last slide, if the official in question resigns, then the vacancy is filled according to whatever statute is in effect.